Good evening, parents, and welcome to Back to School Night. On behalf of the Springbrook Counseling Department, we welcome you and we look forward to working with you. Before we discuss some of the supports we have in place for our students this year, I want to talk about some of the changes in our department. We have three new additions to our counseling team that we're super excited about, but I want to make sure that you are fully aware of your child's counselor for this school year. For last name ending with A to CAR, Miss Shin, Miss Mackle, CAS to GAS, Mr. Olacheski or Mr. O, GAW, the LAT, Miss Promawat, LAW, NGU, Miss Gregor, NIA, the SANC, Miss Torres, our Mets, as well as ESOL 1, ESOL 2, SAND to TRU. And then we have Miss Tannenbaum, who has the end of the alphabet, TSA to ZUN. We also have Miss Molina, who supports our entire ESOL population here at Springbrook High School. So last year, some of the challenges during COVID related to a lot of with social withdrawals. A lot of students went to see their friends and had issues connecting with the instruction without having the social environment that they're used to. Some other concerns that related to the distant learning was being that Springbrook was hard hit with high cases of COVID last year. We had a lot of families that experienced some grief, and we had to provide supports as it relates to that as well. Family financial stress, anxiety, some external commitments. But one of the biggest issues that we had to address last year was lack of engagement. It was difficult for a lot of our students to stay engaged in this virtual space, and we had to be very much unique and intentional in how we try to connect our students to get back into doing the work of doing well in school. So this year, we spoke about it during the summer, met with Dr. Williams and the admin team to try to figure out some programs that we could do to bring to Springbrook that will, keep kids motivated, making sure they're receiving the curriculum from teachers, as well as what our teachers can do to kind of keep kids engaged into their lessons. So one of the things that the county has put in place this year, if you notice on the schedule that Mr. Jima discussed earlier, was about social emotional learning. And you're going to hear tons about SEL lessons or SEL throughout the course of this year. But social emotional learning is a process through which children and adults understand and manage emotions, set and achieve positive goals, feel and show empathy for others, establish and maintain positive relationships, and make responsible decisions. Throughout this year, during our advisory lessons on Tuesdays as well as Fridays, as well as some Wednesdays. And Wednesday is a big day. I know it's a mental health day for a lot of our students, but we will still offer opportunities for students to join clubs, as well as join some of our counseling groups. That's going to be extremely exciting. In fact, this week on Tuesday during advisory, we dealt with self-management. We spoke to students about some of the programs that we offer here at Springbrook that can support them, but we also showed a quick little film on how to stay organized during this virtual space. And we received great feedback from the video. But more importantly, at the very end of the presentation, we gave students an opportunity to complete a survey because we want to find out what can we do this year to support them. It's one thing where adults are making decisions. We want to get the students' uh, opinion on what can we do to provide them to support them throughout this process. So some of our feedback we received was about time management. They want to figure out, whoa, how do I manage my time? I have 7 classes on the course of my day. You know, can I talk to a counselor? Or can I talk as a group with folks on how they're managing their time? So we plan on running some time management groups, some strategy for success. Another one was how to de-stress during this virtual learning. So based off the data we did receive from the needs assessment that we gave students on Tuesday that we got great feedback from, we're going to be doing tons of groups that support our students. So some of the resources at Springbrook, obviously counselors are readily available throughout the course of the year. Now, how can you connect with a counselor? There are three ways. So obviously email is the most popular and most efficient in my opinion. But also, if you click on our website, we have drop-in Zoom sessions, especially around this time where a lot of kids are doing schedule changes. Counselors are available 3 to 4 hour blocks a day. So just click on the link and you can kind of connect with the counselor. We just encourage you to be a little patient just because we could be dealing with another student. Also, in a few more weeks, there'll be a link on the website where you could kind of click on the link and connect and set up a virtual appointment, which means you could put your name in and your phone number and you could connect with a counselor. So every week we have a group, stakeholders in our building, from our administrators, all counselors, psychologists, our PPW, and we meet as a team to discuss, students and how can we better support students. So we'll still have those meetings on a weekly basis. Anytime we have a unique situation with a student, sometimes we discuss that student as a team, and we'll, try to connect with parents to see what we can do to support that student to make sure they're successful at Springbrook. I mentioned earlier about some of the counseling groups that we plan on running, time management, strategy for success. I'm personally trying to run a male mentoring group with one of our interns that's working with us this year, and that's going to probably happen on Wednesday. So if you have a male student who, looking for a group of guys who's going to, encourage them to do very well here at Springbrook High School, so please send me an email, and I'll definitely send them an invite for our Zoom groups. And we're going to try to start it probably not next Wednesday, but the fourth Wednesday of this month, once we kind of get some information. And we're going to have an engagement group, a group where we're going to discuss ways of staying engaged with your teachers and with your friends, and staying engaged with the curriculum that you're going to learn in the classroom. We continue to collaborate with teachers to find the best results for our students. This year, we're going to do tons of virtual classroom lessons. So we're going to talk about personal body safety lessons, which deal with mental health, mental abuse, physical abuse, and sexual abuse. We're going to talk about signs of suicide. We're doing Naviance lessons. Now, if you were not here earlier, we had a counselor that was able to do some Naviance lessons and show parents what Naviance, what are some benefits of Naviance. And this year, being that we can't necessarily do a real college fair, we're going to do some virtual college fairs. So if you want to see what the campus of Towson University looks like, you could click on a link and you could take a look at the college fair. And I mentioned earlier about some of the SEL lessons, dealing with personal responsibilities, how to manage emotions and things of that nature. That is ongoing throughout this school year. There might be times when we have to refer out, and we have some direct services that work with Springbrook High School, counseling services through the YMCA. Another group is Innovative Minds, who will bring some therapists into our building, obviously with the parents' consent, and that you sign off on a consent form. But if you need some direct services that we can't necessarily do at Springbrook as counseling staff, we could definitely refer out. So one of my best things is always look at our website. We have so many mental health resources on our website to support students and families. So please constantly look at that website to make sure you get the up-to-date information on how you can support your students. We are super excited to share about our Minds Matter, which is a mental health awareness group that empowers students to help with the school environment on how to promote mental health and suicide prevention. The group will be ran by Miss Mackle, and she's a brand new counselor here at Springbrook, and we're super excited to have her here. But it's a student-led club. So if your child is looking for a club right now, put it out there, looking for a club that not only helps themselves, but also could contribute to our school environment, please listen out for Our Minds Matter, OMM. Normally they have like the OMM merchandise or t-shirts that go around the building, but we're going to try to see what we could do about getting funding for it. But we're very excited about it, and it will be here at Springbrook High School. So again, continue to check out Springbrook website. There's so many great resources on there. If you don't see something you're looking for, please reach out to me personally. My name is Waylon Aldridge, And we're extremely excited to support your child this year, support you, support families. If we could do it, if we could support in any way your child's struggling in the classroom and you want to set up a parent-teacher conference, we're here for that. We're here to support you. We're not just here changing schedules, although right now, the first 2 weeks, it feel like we're doing tons of changing of schedules. But once everyone's schedules gets, addressed, we're here for parents and here for students. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening.